Hi there, this is Joe from Havian, and in this video I'm going to go through the changes that we've made to Project Manager in version 4.1.9. Within the resources section we've made a change to how personnel are dealt with, and we've removed something called crew list. We've added a way to add multiple people resources using a CSV file. You can still add single people, like so. And you'll notice there are a few new fields such as employee ID, nationality, and this new field called rotation. So rotation can be used if you have, for example, rotation A, which is going to be the starting crew, and then they're all going to leave and rotation B is going to take over. If you label people as rotation A and rotation B, you can then automate the embarkation and disembarkation events, which I'm going to get onto a little bit later. We still have the roles that we used to have under personnel. If you tick this key person role for people like the captain, party chief and client rep. But there is also a free text field role here if you want to add roles for all members of the crew and you want that to appear on the reports. So to save you having to enter all of this information manually, you can use the add multiple people using CSV file option. You can use whatever structure of CSV file you have. So here's a preview of the file I just selected with my crew list in it. And what we have to do is we have to assign each column of data to a field on the person. So this first column is the first name. This one is the second name. This here is the nationality and some kind of company identifier. We then have to say what row we want to load from. So we don't want to load this first row in because that's just a header row. So we'll start from row 2 and we'll go all the way to row 21. And all of these people I want to be in my marine survey vessel crew. And we'll assign them all to rotation A. So that's added all of those people. If you have further things to add, such as telephone numbers and emails, then you can do that. And if you want to assign certain people to the key role, you can do that after you've imported it. So now that we've added all these personnel to our project, we can start to think about our crew and the embarkation events. Now the crew here has an option on it of how we want to track it. We can either track it using a count or persons on board. So starting off with count, this is probably how you're doing it at the moment. If you go to crew hours and you now add a starting crew, or it could have been a personnel embark event, then they're going to both work by this personnel count. We just simply say that 20 people embarked and we select the method that they embarked, and that's all we have to do. However, if we go back to our resources, because we've got the names of all of these people now added to our project, we can actually choose to track this crew by the persons on board. And if we do this, this is going to enable us to have in our report a list of all the people that are currently on board. We just have to make sure that in our crew hours here now, you can see that the style of this event has changed and we've got a crew list. And we can actually select the rotation A that we defined earlier. So we now said that all of these people have embarked. And you can see that it's filled in this count here of 20 automatically. And so now if we go over to the reports area and we generate a report on this day where we had our embarkation event, we can see we have the usual crew hours diary here, reporting 20 people on board, but we also have the option here to have this persons on board report block and listing all of the people on board. It has some options here. If you want to display the role or the rotation, then you can customize that. And finally, these person resources are also used in the high risk area. When we add one of these events, we get presented with all the people who are currently embarked. So you have to be importing everyone using the CSV file, you have to have them embarked, and then they're going to appear here. Within the vessel timing area, we've made several improvements to how you can add events. Under this click to add entry button, we have at the top here the generators from the production. So if we click these, they're going to generate timing events based on what we have already entered into the production. We've added a feature so that if you don't like the default category that is being created here, you can change it to something else. Let's say undershoot. And it's going to ask you if you'd like to use this as the new default whenever you generate timing events. You say yes. Now when we go and generate the production for today again, it's just confirming that it's going to overwrite what it's already got. Then it's going to use this prime undershoot category. And if you want to change back, you can just change back and repeat the process. And also at the bottom of this click to add entry menu, we have an option to import from CSV file. Here's an example file that I have. We have a preview here, and we have to assign each of the columns to what they are. So this is the category code. And here we're presented with the mappings. So these are the text strings that it has found within the file. And we have to map it to a category in Havian that we want it to turn into. So you can just click here and select the category that you want it to map to. Start time, start date, end time, end date, and this is the comment. Check we have the right settings here, and we click OK. And that's going to import those timing categories.